That's all right. I don't either. But we're good.
We're live right now?
Yeah, man.
All right.
How's it going?
Good. How are you, bud?
Good. I actually really enjoy our Saturday morning pods.
Good. Me too.
I prefer it like this.
I agree. I like it.
Everybody wants to come over it when it's dark at night.
No, I don't like that.
You get this out of the way and then go have a good day.
Exactly. I got a basketball game at 1, so.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Who's playing?
The Bulls.
Okay.
We're in the Grassland basketball league, so my youngest is in the 12U league, U12, 12U, however you want to say it.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, so we're gonna go do that this afternoon, and yeah, that's about it. He's gonna have somebody sleep over tonight, and the joys of a 44-year-old.
And having the young kids.
Yeah, man.
Well, they're not too young anymore.
Well, yeah, the youngest is 11, and then obviously Ruru is 14. She's going to be 15 in September, which is crazy because Mac just started driving. He's 16 now. I don't know if I was on last time, if he had turned 16 yet.
I don't think so. I think he was
just about on the cusp of it.
When did he turn 16?
November.
Yeah,
November 15th.
It was last time we did this. It was before that.
Yeah, because right around
Halloween.
Because we talking about me eating all the Halloween candy.
That's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, my self-control. So.
Well, now that it's holiday season, I've been kind of talking to everybody about traditions.
Okay, I love it.
The kids all ready for Christmas?
They are. We have Elf on the Shelf out. Jerry and.
Is Jerry his name?
Jerry is his name, and then we also he has a wife too, and then recently they've added a couple children along as well. So we've got 4 of them.
So they have to.
They all change around the house occasionally if they have the energy to move.
So sometimes
wink,
you're saying every now and then
they may be in the same spot.
They may be in this. Yeah, Lloyd was my elf.
Okay.
And he had a tendency to stay in a lot of places.
Actually, Ruby came up. We were laying in bed. I think it was a couple nights ago, and she goes, "Bo, ask mom and dad, or tell mom and dad what you told me." And he was like all embarrassed. Like we were like, "No, tell us." And I think Ruby had said, why do you think the elves haven't moved? And I think he said because mom and dad are too lazy or something like that.
Oh, shit.
So I kind of felt bad about that, but
yeah.
But I think he's on the verge of I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like I don't want to ruin it for any. I don't think we have any child listeners out there.
There's no child listeners. I can pretty much. Guarantee that.
But he's still writing the note to Santa, and then we kind of have it in our house if to receive you must believe.
Well, that's how it was over at our house. Nikki and I, we were talking about this. I don't know if it's on. There's an episode that we did that I haven't released, but I think it was one that I did release. She was giving me a hard time because, Lloyd, our elf, was like the biggest part of Christmas to the kids.
Sure.
Like I asked him afterwards, I'm like, well, what was your favorite part about Christmas? Lloyd was so awesome.
31 days of Lloyd.
Yeah. And, but she was giving me a hard time because she was like, you never even,
30,
like when you did move it, you just moved it like from here to there. She's like, I went through and made a good setup of it.
I know. Like getting into the flour and doing the flour everywhere. Like I've seen that.
And so
Erica does that too.
I said, yeah, that's fun, but you don't feel like doing that all the time. But you have to at least move the damn thing so that the kids don't start questioning it.
Yeah.
But so after we had that episode, I went up there and I asked Jack. I was like, what'd you really like about Christmas? And he was like, Lloyd was awesome. And so I'm like, we got to get Lloyd back now that we got Freya and they're going to be staying over on Christmas Eve and Christmas. And
absolutely. Got to bring it back.
But Lloyd was like, just imagine like your little kid, you probably, and
you
like,
can't touch him.
And your elf is sitting over there
knowing
knowing that you go up to it and you're like,
You're probably talking to it.
Hey, Jerry, I really would like to have
Yeah.
this thing for Christmas.
Like Bo wrote a list, a Santa's list, and then taped it together, and then put it next to Jerry or whoever.
Yeah.
Of course, we took it and read it, and it's hilarious what they write. You
Yeah,
know? Like can we have a dog if Dad's okay with it? You know, stuff like that. Like anything volunteer stuff. Like it's cute.
I liked it. I like doing that. I was thinking about getting him back out. I'd mentioned to Nikki, I was like, yeah, I don't know where Lloyd went. I think he ended up getting thrown away. She's like, oh, I know exactly where he's at. I was like, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I would have just moved it around because even
That's
now
hilarious.
Jack would get up in the morning.
Sure.
You know, he's past that anyway, but he'd be like,
it's still fun.
Where Lloyd at?
Yeah. We all hunt for him. Even when if
Like if
I
Erica
don't
moves
mess
it,
with them. Yeah, I'm like, where are they at?
Where
Where are they at?
It's just fun.
I mean, like Bo will come home. He can't find it in the morning, and he'll start hunting for it in the afternoon when he comes home from school. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's fun.
So yeah, we did that. Actually, my kids were like, halfway or a little bit more than halfway, done with like that young kids part of Christmas
Sure.
when Elf on the Shelf actually came out. So they only got a few years of it.
Sure.
But,
Yeah, we were full force with it. I mean, wasn't there like some sort of? I remember like you could follow the tracker online. I don't even know. It was some weird. Like I don't know if that had to do anything with Elf on the Shelf, but
Yeah, I think that there was like a Santa's tracker
and all that weird stuff.
something like that. Well, one of the big things I've been kind of asking people their opinions here on the podcast and also like on social media about Joseph and I were talking about like our traditions when we were kids.
Yeah.
And so the conversation came up, and we just thought this was normal, that like on Christmas Eve we would get presents from like, a couple presents from my mom and dad, and then we'd go see the family and everything, but then on Christmas morning it was like Santa stuff.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So it was Santa stuff, which is common, but me and Joseph.
So you're saying you would open up like every single present that wasn't involved with Santa like the night before, or just a couple?
No, just a couple, just like one or two, because we're going around seeing the family and all that. But
sure.
But on Christmas morning, like there was piles. Like me, Nathan, and Joseph had like our piles of each thing. And here's the kicker: it was unwrapped. So my question to you is: when you were growing up, how did you do it with your family, all that Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then how do you do it now, like with your family?
All right. So growing up, I grew up Catholic, so I think we would always go to Mass Christmas Eve at some point, whether it would be whatever. We never went to the midnight Mass or anything late like that. So we would always typically go to Mass, come back, and then we would decorate the Christmas tree Christmas Eve night.
So you didn't even decorate?
Well, so hear me out. A lot of people. My wife gets up in arms about this too. Okay, so you're sitting there all month with nothing on the tree. Okay, yes. So you have some of the classic ornaments, yes, the monotonous ones. Just the balls and stuff. Here and there, peppered them on, but. My mom gave us an individual ornament every year. Okay. So ever since we were born. So since 1981, every year she gives my sister and I a new ornament.
Even to this day,
this day. I don't know if we do them to this day. No, not anymore.
But you get the ornament.
But we got them all the way through college, right? So when we got married, we had 25, 30 ornaments of our own to put on the tree. So what we would do is we would put those personalized ornaments on the tree Christmas Eve. Okay. And make it the personalized Christmas Eve tree. Yeah. And then we would my sister and I would exchange a present. She would buy me something, I would buy her something. And obviously we couldn't not open something Christmas Eve, right? So we would exchange our presents with each other. So I would open hers and she would open mine just to appease us. Yeah. And then obviously Christmas morning we opened up everything, but we had one Santa gift, which was unwrapped. So that was like kind of like the big present, right? If you want an electric guitar or a new bike or something, that was going to be the unwrapped Santa gift. And then obviously we had the stockings. And so I would wake up in the morning, go down there because everyone would sleep in. and I would take my stocking, and you can kind of like play with your stocking, and then you'd have to wait for everybody to wake up in order to do the present stuff.
Well, would all the presents, like the normal presents, be under the tree, and then just the only thing different on Christmas morning would be like the
big
Santa
stuff be right next to the fireplace,
and it was unwrapped,
and it said from Santa, or you just knew what you asked for. It was going to be from Santa.
So Nikki is giving me a hard time, and she not giving me a hard time, but she was saying that like my parents were lazy because I told her that, we would get a couple gifts. It was usually like a shirt or something like that from my parents, and then like Santa would bring like all the stuff that you'd be asking for, like, like what do you want for Christmas, and here's my list to Santa and all that. But see, with her family, they did that similar. They'd have presents open on Christmas Eve, but on Christmas morning, like, you just have like this whole huge tree full of presents. But it would be like, oh, here's a gift from Dad.
Yeah.
Here's a gift from Santa, and everything's like wrapped.
Okay, well, no, because Santa doesn't wrap, does he?
That's what I thought. Santa ain't got time for that.
I'm kind of with you. I'm now I can understand a couple wrap presents, but usually that gift from Santa is pretty freaking big and awkward and weird and strange, i.e. a bike or...
Well, me and Joseph just thought
You're not going to wrap a bike. You're not going to wrap a pair of roller skates or a pair of rollerblades or,
We thought that
a pogo stick.
We thought it was normal, but then it's like... But see, that's what we do. Yeah. For me and Nikki been married for over 20 years, and we do it the way that her family did it with our kids. We still do... like, I remember...
It's called compromise.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal.
No,
but
I get it.
As I've been doing this podcast, like kind of pulling these memories from my mind.
You merge each other's traditions together, and you make your own.
So do you do that now with your kids?
Yes. So we each give them a personal ornament every year, and then my wife does get mad at me because I tell them we have to wait to put the ornaments on Christmas Eve. But we have the the regular.
How long do you leave your tree up after Christmas?
Probably through halfway through January. It's a fake tree until I'm tired of it to be up, and I'm like, we got to put all this shit up.
When do you put it up?
I mean, I hope to God, I'm hoping by mid-January it's gone.
No, I mean, when do you set it up?
Oh, 1st of December 1.
Yeah.
Erica usually does it that weekend after Thanksgiving, kind of before, not completely like on Thanksgiving weekend, but like that following weekend.
Yeah, I'm real big on... I don't know if you're like this, but I'm one of those people that don't want to pass over Thanksgiving because I think it's important.
No, I agree.
You know how a lot of people go straight from like as soon as Halloween's over, like all the Christmas decorations.
Let's do it. Because I think why they do that is because some of the Christmas and Thanksgiving decorations can kind of be used simultaneously for each holiday. Like it's the same color scheme. It's the green. It's the red. There's
that, but I also think
the magnolia leaves. It's the pine cones. It's the that kind of shit.
I think that yes, that's probably a factor, but I was thinking it's because
it's a money making. It's marketing.
Yeah, it's marketing. But like you notice as you get older, how like I mean it was
insane.
It was Thanksgiving yesterday.
Are we playing paper football here?
Yeah, take it.
You gonna win?
You want me to put it in your mouth for you?
No, just at least slide it over and try to win the game like that. Remember paper football?
Yeah, but then it'd fall off on the floor.
Well, then I get to kick. Then you kick off to me, and I start over. All right, go ahead.
But anyway, you know how it was like Thanksgiving was literally like yesterday in my mind. That was good. You almost won yourself.
No, how about that?
But. So people want it up longer so you can enjoy it longer.
That's get it. Like, I mean, I would argue if you really wanted to, you could leave it up all the way through January.
Yeah.
I think that's a little much, but because come February 1, I mean, come on, let's go.
Well, there's a lot of people that leave it up. I don't know. As soon as Thanksgiving's over, Thanksgiving's always on Thursday.
Yeah.
On Friday morning, I'm always like, all right, let's get the Christmas decorations up. Because I want to see them.
To me, that's a little much.
Well, I want to see them. Because
you can wait 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah, I guess you can. But anyway, we set it all up. Yeah. And then as soon as Christmas is over, we usually have the tree down. Probably, like this year, New Year's is on a Thursday. New Year's Day is on a Thursday. Mm-hmm. So I'd say that weekend, we probably take everything down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
yeah. I mean, it's different for everybody, right?
But yeah, family traditions are fun. It's And it's fun too now because Eli and Taylor have Freya, and Freya's over here.
Yeah,
and
your grandparents.
One of the things I've been having trouble with is like, I know what Christmas is because I've been saying this the past few weeks, and like I'm hearing myself, and I know what. Like, I don't want people to misunderstand. I know the purpose of Christmas.
Yes.
I know I know the purpose of Christmas. But the
baby Jesus?
But baby Jesus. But the purpose of Christmas, like, especially when you're a little kid, is just the magical of it.
It's yes, and it's also receiving, but as a young kid.
Yes.
But if you're blessed enough to learn the gift of giving at a young age, you obviously pick that up regardless. I think most people pick that up when they get older.
Yeah.
You know, they prefer to give than to receive because to see the joy in other people's faces. And I don't think you realize that till you have your own kids. And you're like, oh man, you know, to see their eyes light up on Christmas and to say, oh man, I asked for that and I actually got it, or we were able to provide that. You know, we're fortunate enough to be able to get you that or whatever. You know
I like
what I mean?
that.
So.
I like that aspect of it. But you remember like when you were a kid, just like going around looking at Christmas lights and doing all that kind of stuff.
We do that too. I forgot about that. That's another tradition that my wife likes to do. Drive around and look at Christmas lights.
Do you enjoy doing that now as an adult?
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I just kind of feel kind of stale sometimes. Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. Yes, I think you and I probably enjoy to see that joy through our children that we used to have. I think that's what gives us joy, is to see that joy on their face and them experiencing kind of that what we miss, so to speak.
Yeah,
hey man, let's get it back.
I'm a real sentimental guy.
Me,
like very sentimental.
I haven't seen you cry once.
Well, I mean, I'm sentimental in this. I don't cry.
I know.
That's
I cry at least once a day, probably.
The thing is like I don't really care about that either way, but I do want to feel the holiday. I want to
feel the holiday.
Me and Joseph were talking the other day just about like how, you know, we've had so much tragedy in our family, and it's been very
it's unbelievable, and I don't think I've had a chance to discuss that with you.
It's very upsetting, like on the outside for me, and
I know it is,
and I feel bad. I think that
do you ever talk to anybody about that? Not saying like even on the podcast, but I know you and Joseph are very reserved in your emotions and expressing them outward, and when you've talked about that, you acknowledge that, both of you.
I mean, I talked to
Nikki. And you deal with trauma in a different way.
I talked to Nikki about it to a degree, but nothing like I'm just falling into her arms weeping about it.
Listen, I'm not saying you have to do that in order to process all this trauma. I'm just saying, even talking to your brother on a like a reel to reel, hopefully you guys have some sort of heart to hearts sometimes, like in here without the cameras on and the microphones on.
No,
like,
not
dude,
really.
This is,
what you see on
man,
cameras.
This has been really, really rough. We lost, you know.
Well, I think that we're like, yeah, this sucks. You know,
that's it.
This is
because it is what it is. It's fine. I'm just curious.
No, I'm trying to process it right now and think it through. But it's I know for me, I don't know about Joseph, but I know for me, when someone dies, it's not the end of anything.
No,
and so part of it makes me happy. You know, I'm happy for the person, but it sucks for us here. You know, friends and family.
I understand. I think that's a great outlook to perceive it as and look at it from, and a lens to look at it through.
Well, my grandfather, for example, I mean, he's 93 years old. That's a great life. That's absolutely fine.
That's what I'm saying. I get that.
What was really hard is like, you know, my dad, he was older, but not old enough.
He wasn't ready.
And then my brother specifically, but it's sad, and I hate it, and I don't like it, but at the same time, I'm just like, what can I do about it?
Yeah,
you know, I get it. And I think that's where I
like, why am I going to sit here and dwell on it if I can't do anything about it?
Yeah, but it does kind of suck when the holidays come around because
I understand.
Nikki's family is massive.
Yeah.
And we always have a great time, and it's always good to see everybody. We see each other regularly, so that's okay. But
and they're all local, right?
Yeah, they're all local here in town, and it's an event over here. I mean,
Is it usually, you say it's usually over here then?
Oh, it's always over here because we have the most space, I guess, but our space is running out because people are like, you know, boyfriends, girlfriends, kids, getting married, like as everybody gets older.
Sure.
And so the family's getting bigger. We actually, for Thanksgiving, I got this big tent and put it out there.
But you might as well start building.
Well, the problem was it was too cold, so we all ended up back in the
Inside.
house. So we're actually talking about building onto the
Screened-in
house.
porch.
Not a screened-in porch, like building our living room out toward.
Yeah, like where the. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So Nikki's tasked with trying to figure out financing and all that kind of stuff for it, but like rolling it into our mortgage.
Do you have a line of credit or a HELOC?
Well, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at HELOC.
Because if you have a bunch of equity in the house,
we do, and so that's
the only thing with the HELOC though, it's an adjustable rate, which floats with prime. And obviously maybe an extra, quarter point for the bank. Otherwise, what's the point of giving you money? But,
well, we're looking at it because we have two options. We're either we were gonna move, but I can't afford to move back into Fairview.
The rates
where we want to be.
You might as well just make what you want.
Yeah, because I like it out here. We got the pool. We got Holliswood Studios here, and
you could even level it out to have like a patio underneath something.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'll show it to you whenever we finish. But anyway, so the holidays. My original point was the holidays are great because the family and everything's here. But like, it's just like, hey Joseph, you want to come over?
My one family member. Well, that's all right.
But it's okay. It's okay. It's going to happen.
And then
I think that what's sad about it is I'm thinking about it for Nikki's family. Like eventually, and I'm not saying that anybody's going to die soon, but eventually people will start dying, and there's just so many people, So it's, it sucks, but
it's life.
It is life,
unfortunately.
So anyway, last night I went to go see Joe Mackey at.
How was that?
At Zany's.
I text Greg Mackey for some reason. I text Greg Mackey.
You did. I was like, no, it's Joe Mackey.
Sorry, my bad.
But it was awesome.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it? How was it? Was the audience packed out, or was it?
It was packed. Have you ever been to Zany's?
I've never. I told you earlier, at work the other day that I've never.
Oh, that's right.
I've never been to a comedy show.
Well, I hadn't either until August. Nikki got me a show, like a magician comedian, for my birthday in July, and it was in August. It was the first. I've lived here all my life. Never been to Zany's.
Neither have I. Always drove past it right there on 8th Avenue.
It's right there, and it's great. The food's actually really good.
In high school, there used to be an Asian massage parlor down the street from there. I never went there, but I always heard
You're
about
like,
it.
I didn't go there. I didn't go there.
God. It's hilarious.
But it's cool because there's Zany's, the main club, and then they built on this place. They call it the Lab. It's like a smaller venue than Zany's, and so Joe Mackey was actually in the Lab, and that was the first time we'd been in there, and we liked it better.
Really?
It's better.
Is it smaller, more intimate?
It is smaller, but in Zany's, it's like everything's like packed, and then there's it's like you can tell that they just kind of crammed it together, because then, like, if you're sitting in a certain area over here, you can't see shit because there's poles in the way.
Right.
But in the Lab, it's just like this open
area,
and there's tables lined up. And so anyway, he's really funny, and if you watch him on Gutfeld, it's very limited in what each of them are talking about, so you don't get a full taste of them. And so listening to him for an hour last night he was really funny, consistently funny. But I was going to ask you this because I was thinking about it last night. Are you ever in a situation, because at comedy clubs and things like that, you're just sat wherever they want to sit you.
Right.
So you're sitting with potentially,
Yeah, it's kind of like family style restaurant.
Yeah, it's family style sitting.
Yeah.
And it's like, as much of an introvert as I am, it's like, because I can be both introvert and
I'm the same way.
And outrovert.
You're an omnivert.
I'm the omnivert.
You're both.
I can be both, and so I usually my base level is introvert.
Sure.
And so I go in there and I'm just like, this sucks. I don't want to sit with people.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, is then someone sits down beside you, the server or the host sits somebody beside you, and you strike up a conversation. Every time we've been there, it's like we've had great conversations with people.
Sure.
Do you like that type of situation?
I can do it. It's easy. It's easy to have my wife with me. My wife is very, like, I'm sure, is your wife pretty outgoing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
have you ever met Nikki?
Yes, I have met Nikki. And I'm just saying, like, obviously she's outgoing with us, but I'm saying I've never seen her in a true, in an unknown environment. Like, if she walks in a room full of people,
that's
she's
why.
comfortable. right?
That's why I knew that. That's why I knew that when we went out, me, you, Erica, and Nikki went out. I knew that they would get along great.
100%. Because Erica, as you know, Erica does hair.
Yeah.
So she's got a captive audience.
Yeah.
All day, every day. So she's got to do small talk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's her job, essentially, right?
Yeah.
She's like a mini psychotherapist for these people half the time.
But I guess that was a dumb question to ask you because I know that if you and her go out, like she can strike up the conversation.
I can engage and find. It's hard for me to. I can hear myself. Now I can.
There you go.
It's hard for me to talk to another introvert. I can lead the conversation with another introvert because I know what it feels like to be like, oh, I'm shy and this, that, and the other. It's hard for me to walk into a room full of people by myself and expect to go around and be like, hey, my name is Daniel so-and-so, and I'm, with such and such company, and let's just randomly start small talking. But I think if you walk into a room and you're one-on-one with somebody, it's a lot easier for me to do that,
Yeah.
Because you can look on the wall and find something that you have something in common about, right?
As I get older, I want to be better about that and be more engaging and be someone like, man, I really want to talk to Tim.
I think I'm a good listener. I think sometimes people are afraid of silence. I'm not too intimidated by silence. I think sometimes, like in our AI meeting, I kind of fumbled over my words because sometimes my brain races way quicker than my mouth can like spit out the words.
No,
And I don't know if that's anxiety. I don't know if that's because I'm uber smart. I'm just kidding. But
you're smart.
It's probably anxiety driven, but like sometimes that's why I fumble or stutter because I can't. It's like I'm processing what I want to say, but my mouth can't say it as quickly as my brain is processing in my head.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
So if it all depends on the scenario. Sometimes I'm like, I can do it all, and then sometimes I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why? Like, my hands are sweaty, and I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck, like that type of thing.
Yeah, that's what's funny about it for me too. It's like I wish that I could just be one or the other, but like sometimes I'll go into a situation. And I'm just like, I'm awesome.
You're confident.
I'm confident.
Exactly.
And then sometimes I'm just like, because I generally feel like not superior to anybody.
No, not at all. I mean,
I feel like
you're 45, right? 44. And same thing with me. And I have to like keep constantly reminding myself that like, you don't have to call everybody sir anymore. You're a sir.
I know. I'm a man.
You're raising a family. You have a mortgage payment. Like you are an adult now. And sometimes it's like
you still feel like you're that 8-year-old kid that's like
sometimes I feel like I'm that 16-year-old kid.
Have any authority over anything.
Exactly.
But I'm like, I do have authority.
Exactly.
I'm the boss.
Exactly. So
it's
kind of constantly remind yourself it's all right, everybody. And that's why I always we feel the same way. You can't help to think that everybody else in this whole fucking world feels the same way. And that's always think half these fucking people are faking it, bro.
Yeah. Well, I know. That's what I've learned over the years. It's like
as long as you just walk in with some confidence, I think you can do a whole lot.
I've said this to people. It's like what you see with me is how I am all the time.
Yeah.
When I'm in a closed room with my wife talking, this is who I am.
Sure.
And so like I always have this thing in my head where I'm just like, is everyone else like that? But what I've learned over the years is most of the time they're not. They have this facade or this different person that they're showing you, or the shit that you see on social media of like, look how great my life is.
Yeah. Well, we obviously social media is a bad example because we all know that's just fake. Everyone's just going to put the good side of their lives.
Well, that's true. But like, there's no.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. It's like two versions of yourself. Like it's the business version when I go to work. It's the button up. Yes, you're not going to cuss and you're not going to, whatever, be sexually harassing and call, women sweethearts and all that shit. Hey, sweet, obviously you don't mean anything by it, Southern terminology, but you're obviously not going to say that in the workplace. I think I understand that, but like if you're are you saying like completely and utterly different personality?
Well, not so much personality, but like everybody's got like their I don't want to say demons. That's kind of cliche. Everybody's got their things that they don't want the world to see, or like I have this habit, or maybe someone that's OCD that has to check and make sure the door's locked 20 times. Maybe they don't want like I wouldn't know that if that was you.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to hide it. You're trying to hide this thing that you don't want other people to know about.
I think, like you say, I think everybody has something like
but
that.
I just feel like if I'm not completely who I am, what you see now and what my family sees and everything else, then people are going to be like, that guy's fake.
No, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like, fuck that guy, he's fake. Because I'm not.
No, I think I feel like I'm genuinely the same. Like I'm try to be funny and try to just make people laugh. I enjoy doing that. I think
This is kind of.
I think there's a time and a place for everything, right?
This is kind of a dumb example, but whenever Joe Mackey was making a joke last night, and Jared, the Subway guy, came up, and it's like, who would have thought in a million years that this guy's a pedophile?
Yeah, I see. Okay, yeah.
And so, like, how do?
Or even have you even watched the Diddy documentary?
No, I haven't watched it. I've been meaning to watch it.
You should watch that. It's insane. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like that would classify. Yes, that's two different people. He's got demons that he's hiding.
But like, could you imagine if you're like a celebrity like that and something like that comes out? That's why I'm just like, I just need to be who I am all the time, because I don't want there to ever be any question of like my character.
In case you run for political.
Well, I don't think I would ever do that.
Yeah, but no, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
but it's just strange that
people can live that way.
Yeah, people live that, because I spent many years when I was younger trying to be two different people, and it's exhausting.
Oh, it's hard
when you're trying to do this and you're trying to do that, and it's like even several years ago when I was very heavily into the church of like being, I'm around these church people, I'm going to act this way, and then I'm around my work friends like you and Mike and Joseph and everybody, and it's like I'm going to act this way. It's like, look, I can be both.
Exactly.
I was listening to Jelly Roll on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And I don't never even listen to his music before, but I just like him because he's just honest. He's he's a spiritual guy, but he'll also talk a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can be both.
And he still, I think, drinks and smokes and
you can be, and he lost like 300 pounds.
I know, I've seen him. That's a lot.
But my point is, you can be both people, and as you get older, you stop caring less about trying to cater to what you think other people are expecting.
Well, and again, I think that's like you said, as you're getting older, you're identifying more with yourself. That yes, you're a man. You're not in that 16-year-old mind frame or 20-year-old mind frame or 21-year-old mind frame anymore. And I think that goes along with being comfortable in your own skin. You know what I mean? You don't have to be two people. You can be, hey, I can talk about Jesus with my work buddies and not feel bad about it if that's how you felt. I'm not saying that's how you felt, but like if that was an example of it, I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we don't care if.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean.
But like, I know that's not the example, but that you were feeling. But you know what I mean? That would be, I guess, one example.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just as you get older, you get comfortable with who you are and who you develop as. And
the thing is I don't know that I'm even comfortable with who I am, but I think I care less about
what other people think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you remember walking like into a room and you're like looking around and like wondering what people are thinking, or are they looking at me? Or
everyone's looking at me.
Everyone's
looking at me.
Guess what? Who gives a now?
And they're sitting there,
I just walk right in. I don't give a shit. I just like I'm like
they're thinking now like, oh, everybody's thinking the same shit
thing
that you are.
Exactly.
It's funny because we get so wrapped up in that, and everybody else. It doesn't matter. You can see the most confident person in the world.
They're gonna still think.
And 9 times out of 10, there's like that thing in their head that's like,
yep.
No, you're not good enough, and you're just like telling yourself, sit up straight,
engage your core,
look professional,
look the part.
I used to try to do
that. The quietest man in the room is the smartest.
I used to try to do that at work when I was more of a boss of people.
Yeah,
and and I realized that didn't work for me because my management style is of be real with people, but also them know that like if you fuck up, then you're gonna be in trouble.
I agree.
Gonna pay for it, and so. But I think that everybody enjoyed working for me. I don't know. I would like to think that.
I would agree. I think your management style is there doesn't need to be.
I'm a trust but verify type of fellow.
Yeah, micromanaging. Yes, I agree. There you go.
Yeah. Well, so. I guess I need to discuss the elephant in the room.
What is that?
I know you don't listen to the podcast, and that's fine. I don't expect you to. But there's been some
I do. I should.
There's been some signaling in every one of the episodes of Joseph calling you a bitch.
Well, he told me he was going to be nice to me, and I told him before I came on here I was going to do nothing but say nice things, and I'm tired of being.
he said I'm going to call him a bitch and see if he hears it. I was like, he doesn't listen to it, so he's not going to hear it. He's like, well, I'm going to do it. So that's what he's doing.
That's fine. I'll listen to it, and I guess he can call me a bitch all he wants.
That's fine.
I love you, Joseph.
I know. I don't think you're a bitch.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Tim.
But yeah, so we do need to get Two Sad Dads going.
Well, if Mike would, I offered to drive him here, but he's like, what did he say? Something about a splint getting off?
Yeah, he's got that splint that's coming off, I think on Wednesday. So.
As he's racing around the house on a scooter?
Did you see that video?
Yes. At first, I was going to question mark. I was like, why did you send us a screenshot of like your utility thing?
Yeah,
and
no.
And I clicked on it, and I was like, what the hell? Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, his daughter, it was, I guess it was on his daughter's TikTok or something. Yeah. But yeah, that's funny.
I was like, hey, you can't come up here, but yet you're racing around the house on the scooter.
Yeah, I hope that surgery worked because he's dragging that foot around for. I mean, I think that
he was limping the whole 2 years he had that.
I was going to say
he never had a normal walk or normal gait.
After he had that first surgery, he was worse than before. I
agree. It was like kind of like your Mexican surgery.
Because I didn't even realize that like when he originally had that surgery a couple years ago, he would limp a little bit.
Yeah, but he limped the whole time.
I know. I'm
like, what are you doing? Like, how does that not affect your other side?
Oh no, that's
like the hip.
Yeah,
like
your hip.
Like you're like, if you're constantly overcompensating on the other leg, like how does that jack you up?
I can empathize with people that have surgeries on their feet, and man, there's nothing worse than your mobility.
And he can't take the pain meds because he's allergic to them. So can you even imagine having all that work done and not even like being able to just take like extra strength Tylenol and that's it or something?
Yeah, I think that's what he's been doing, rather than the narcotics.
Bless his little heart.
Bless his little heart.
Bless your little heart.
Well,
Mike.
the next time that we're all in here, it'll be Two Sad Dads.
And I'll probably be called the bitch every other word.
No, I think Joseph will probably be nice.
You think he'll tone it down?
He might.
I hope so.
Because he's going to listen to this and then feel bad.
I'm not trying to aim to make you feel bad, Joseph. But if you do, we can make amends. Don't worry, buddy.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
So everything going good in your life?
Yeah, everything's going good. Just doing the work thing and everything. And
I saw you twice this week at work.
I know. I had a couple meetings. I was there Monday, and then I was there Friday, and then
that's probably the most I've seen you at work in like a year.
That's what Joseph said too. I was like, I'm working on my 2026 time, so I'll see y'all in 2027.
What do you like working at home?
Yes and no. I mean. Yeah, I do. Like, I get a lot done. I'll be honest with you.
You kind of got pushed out of the office because needing more space. Of course, if we get this new place that we're looking at, you may have an office.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we can talk about that offline.
Okay.
Because it's not public information.
Getcha. Yeah, that'd be interesting to talk about. Yeah, no, I do like it. It allows me to, because I wake up so early sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I can just like literally just if I'm ready to go, I can just hop on the computer and just start what I need to start doing. You know what I mean? And I don't have to wait till the office opens up or get there at 7 and fight traffic. And that's what I love. I love not fighting traffic, being able just to wake up, take a shower, go downstairs, and just start working whenever I want. And then I work my 8 hours, and then
we learned
it is what it is.
We learned when Jack was.
I can let the dog out the back outside in the backyard to go pee and poop. And
when Jack was homeschooling, we learned that kids go to school for 7 or 8 hours a day, and they're only getting schooling for like 3.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's all the logistics in between. It's the walking between classes, and that's what I find at work. Like, I'll be in there at 7, but I won't get started on what I'm doing until like 8 o'clock, because everyone's like in and out talking and this, that, and the other. And it's like, dude, I could have had like 3 hours of work done at home by now.
So I'm of the opinion of that to where, I mean, I've also got this area here.
Yeah.
You probably have a space only dedicated
and I'm not managing anybody. I'm managing my own workload.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot different if I was like going in and I'm managing a crew and letting crews out.
It's
but
definitely
if it's just me. Yeah. With my job description, what I do, All I need is the internet and a vehicle,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah, I think that there's these big
It actually probably saves the company money too. And all, I mean, as far as gas, I mean, going from back and forth,
and you're more productive. Like you said, it's like I go to work very early, and the reason I started doing that is because I'm trying to get things done because I know at 7:00 or 7 to 8 there's
revolving door.
People all need something, this and that and the other.
Yep.
And now it's like I get there at like 6:15 or 6:30, and it's like still people coming in and needing things. But then I get irritated about it from time to time, and then I'm like, well, I'm support, so I don't mind it. I don't mind it so much because there's things that I'm working on, and then there's people's immediate needs, and I always try to make sure that I take care of the immediate needs. But yeah, there's a lot of people though that if they're working from home, they're just fucking off.
Yeah, no, I can't do that because I have to produce something.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys have to sell X amount, and if their closing ratio is only 20-25%, guess how much we have to put on the street?
Yeah.
And you have to estimate God knows how much, and that's just not feasible.
Yeah.
And especially with all the supporting of not only those guys, but like you don't even see like how much. I mean, I know you'd understand, like, but even on the requests from the account managers, like from renewals and recreating the maps and adding different phases that once communities have grown and it's I actually love my job. I really do.
I'm to the point where like and this has happened as I've gotten older, that like I used to juggle like 10 things at a time, and now it's like if I'm working on something and someone just comes in and interrupts me, I'm just like fuck, because I like can't.
See, I'm the same way. Well, I'm not frustrated, but I'm to the point. Like if I'm working on something, I kind of approach it as a Dave Ramsey way. Like overall, I may be working on a big project, but if an email comes through and I can knock something out, and this big project may take me a couple days or whatever, but if something comes through and I can knock that out in an hour or two, I might stop what I'm doing and just knock that off, and just be done with it and just answer that question because
but you working from home, you can make that decision.
Sure.
And I always tell everybody, please text me. And I'm not trying to be like unsociable and not take your phone call, but if you text me, then like I'm like, oh, someone's texted me, let me finish this thing.
Yeah.
Or email me or something, because people call and they immediately need something,
right,
and I have to stop what I'm doing, and I become very frustrated by it.
Are you somebody that when you receive an email per a request, you respond like, yeah, I got that, I'll let you know, whatever, or do you just say, I read the email, yes, I'll add that to my list, but not let them know that I've acknowledged the receipt of the email and I'm gonna work on this in the time?
90% of the time, like I said,
in some sort of time frame.
And I'll
get with you if I have any questions in the meantime or something like that.
I've always said this, that I am the type of person that there's the projects that I'm working on, and then there's stuff that immediately needs to be done. And since I'm a production-minded guy, it's like I don't want to slow down production. So if somebody says, hey, I need this thing, blah, 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 I usually do it real quick and then email back.
Yeah, so you're kind of the same way. You figure out what's important. If I need to knock this task out quickly, I'll stop what I'm doing and knock it out.
Exactly. I usually do that because, like I said, I know what it's like when you're in production and you're trying to get something done. Yep. I mean, even little things like that are in the same with you. The reason in you doing that is the reason that our company is as successful as it is. But even like all these little things, because I don't like it if people do that to me. I'm like, hey, and I don't expect a response like immediately most of the time, but at least like hey, I got it. Let me get back with you on this or something. And there's a lot of people that don't give a shit about you.
That's amazing. See, I'm the same way. I almost respond because I'm OCD because I don't like to see an open email in my email.
Exactly.
I can't stand it.
Exactly. Me too.
I mean, if I won't let it go past 10 emails before. I mean, usually if it comes in, I'm reading it, clicking it, and then I'm deciding whether it's important or not.
You can look at my phone right now, and there's
nothing.
There's nothing.
Nothing unopened.
And then you see other people's, and there's like 3,000. I'm like, no, dude,
how do you do that?
I can't.
My wife's the same way. I'm like, I can't.
I have to acknowledge even like the spam email shit that I get from like, especially after Black Friday, all these company. I'm like, I have to like I have to acknowledge it and get it all. I don't want the little.
I'm with you.
The little number there.
Yeah. And actually, you know, our email system, it's I used to hate it when I first started, that little external tag.
Yeah.
Now I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like, because you can immediately see what's an internal email versus what's an external email and realize, you know, internal is obviously going to be a little more important.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
at least in my line of work.
Me too. It's like, because we're dealing with internal company as opposed to if you're an account manager, those external ones are more important.
From a client or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm very OCD about that. I have to have that cleared out. Yeah. I can't sit there and see all the text messages.
And that's what I'm saying. So within that same breath, you're gonna identify the email, and most likely I'm gonna give you a short response back.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, like, you know.
Yeah.
Daniel, can you do a takeoff? Thanks. I'll let you know if I have any questions in the meantime.
I'm real big on closing the loop, and the problem is
when does this due?
Not everybody else is big on closing the loop.
No, I don't understand it. Because I remember applying to be an account manager, or going through that interview process, and remember Hank like asked me, he's like, how long would it take you to respond to an email? I said I would respond within the, you know, immediately, like within 6 to 8 hours. And I think they were kind of like shocked, like, you know, I can't not do that. But
well, it used to be, you know, respond to somebody within 24 hours, but we live in an Amazon Prime world. You got to at least acknowledge it, you know, within a few hours.
I like to be acknowledged. I'm not going to send you a read receipt, but just, yeah, hey man, because if you're gonna ask me to do something for you, and then I'm gonna ask you a question and say, hey, well, I'm not really sure about this, and I'm not gonna get anything back. Guess what? I'm not going to play this game of guessing, because here's the thing. If you give me the right information up front, great. Because if you don't, we're going to have this back and forth game. Hey, you missed this. You didn't add this. This is too much. Well, guess what? You should have given me the information right the first time.
Yeah.
Now we're having to spend all this extra time
going back and
forth, doing this, because you were lazy on the onset.
But
if you don't respond to my email with my questions, and you want something from me, it ain't going to happen. You're going to have to email me back and say, hey, where is this? Well, I responded to your email 4 weeks ago, and you never responded to me. So I just I figured it wasn't important.
Yeah. A lot of that is us training other people on how to communicate to us. Yeah. And that's why I said a minute ago, like, I tell people usually text me.
Yeah.
They call me, hey, did you get my, hey, I left you a voicemail. Who the hell leaves voicemails?
Nobody.
Nobody leaves. Just text me.
Yeah.
That way I can see that, like, I used to tell this to somebody, that one of the women that worked for me, because she always wanted to say all of these things. I'm like, can you please just give me bullet points of all of these questions that you have?
Yeah.
Because, like, it's just too much. It's like I'm in the middle of something, and if I see the name and number come up, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to be on the phone forever. And it's like I'm in the middle of, I'm almost done with this thing, you know, that I have to think through. Yeah. And so that's just how I am. I think it works out well. Someone like you working from home, I know that you are very productive. But there's a lot of people, like I said a minute ago, that are
they can. I'm sure they can hide out and do what they.
Yeah, they're hiding out, not getting anything done. But I really do think that, like, an employer gets it with the right person, like me or you, because I know that we're dedicated to the work and dedicated to the company and all that kind of stuff, that they can get more out of us at home than they can.
I almost have to keep reminding myself, like, don't do too much sometimes. Like, you know, like, you can find yourself working, you know.
Yeah, you're taking all that socialization out.
Yeah,
and just
I think that's one thing I do miss about the office is I call it adulting. I mean, yes, you do get a lot more work done, but I think the hybrid model would probably be the best. I mean, even when I was doing the hybrid model, I mean, I would go in the morning, come home, eat lunch, and then finish my day there. If I didn't, you know, if I wasn't needing to travel or do anything like that. And because, you know, I mean, I'm a fan of saving money, because going to the grocery store costs $1,000 a trip. So it's like, I might as well eat the food that I have that we spent, you know, a mortgage payment on, as opposed to going out and eating every other day or whatever. But
it's funny, because I go out to eat now. I always eat by myself, and I know that everybody makes fun of me because I go to Jersey Mike's every day. But it's like, literally, I'm back within like 20 or 30 minutes. Yeah. And it's like, I think about all the times that everybody goes out to eat, and usually within the company, it's probably everybody's going out to eat with somebody every day. And it's like,
it becomes an hour and a half.
Yes, an hour and a half. It can be even longer.
Yeah, it's usually 2 hours, because it's probably 30 minutes just to get there.
Especially in Nashville now, as big as it is, and all the traffic and everything else.
You're taking a 2 hour lunch, and you're spending anywhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours additionally going both way. You know, I'm not saying an hour and a half each way, but like 45 minutes each way is an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's 3.5 hours potentially of an 8-hour day.
That's why I'm like I'm going to go down here. It's very close to work.
I agree.
Get in, get out, get back.
Yeah.
And it works for me. But there's a lot of people, actually I'd say most people are going out, you know, and I get it, the socializing, you need to build your team, all that kind of stuff. But it's just too much for me.
I agree.
Maybe that's that introvert part of me too that doesn't want to be around a bunch of people.
Well, I mean, half the time, I mean, this is weird to say too, because you asked me earlier if would I prefer to like work from home or the office. But like half the time when I go into the office, I'm like, why the fuck am I here?
Yeah, you can.
Like this is
you've got your shit.
I'm in an office with no windows. Like it's dark. It's like, and I could be at home where
you've got your
window.
setup.
Yeah, and
you've got your setup, all the things that you need. That's why like I don't really like
take a number 2 in my own personal toilet.
Yeah, I know.
With a bidet.
I know. Get that thing clean.
Golly.
But yeah, I don't know. I've been going. I work mainly at the office because I go in and out of these phases. Sometimes there's been times where I just want to work at home, but I've been so busy because I'm kind of like hybrid in and out of the production.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that I'm available to those guys.
Do you think you could at any point or any capacity do like 1 or 2 days from home?
I mean, I could do all week at home.
But I know you say, you're in a somewhat of a support role, but like, do you think you could do that support role
efficiently here?
Yeah. Or could you say like, hey, if you need me personally, my office hours are Mondays and Fridays, but I'm going to be working from home Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, I can do,
or vice versa.
Because like I said,
home Monday, Friday.
90% of what I do, I can do at home because I just need the internet.
Yeah.
But then there's like some parts where I need to physically
touch a phone,
set people up phones and things like that. And so,
but I'm saying, could you, if you blocked off time like a couple days a week, you could say, hey, well, I'm not going to be able to do that until I'm in the office.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm like, I'll be in the office on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It's like, and I say I work from home on those days. Yes, I could do that. Absolutely.
Would you see yourself asking for that or potentially?
No, I don't want that. I mean, I'm fine. I kind of am in and out as I.
Yeah, you have that freedom to
as I please because I visit a lot of branches and do stuff like that
every now and again.
But I'd prefer like where I'm at right. There was a few years ago where I'm just like I just prefer this. Mm-hmm. But I like the routine of getting up in the morning, getting ready. I go into the office. People need things, so I make sure that they're taken care of. But I may change my mind in 26 and be like, I'd rather just work from home.
And two, like the reason it's been so helpful for me to work from home or to have that option is that my kids, they go to Poplar or Grove or whatever, and the hours are so odd. Like school starts at 7:30 and they're out by 2:30. Yeah. And so for the longest time, they were so young and not going to be home by themselves. So I would, it was a blessing in disguise for sure.
If I didn't have this studio out here, I wouldn't like working from home up there because that's the one thing I was going to ask you is I like the separation.
Sure.
It's like if I work from home, I could work out here. I don't have to worry about anything. When I'm done, I'm going home. Yeah. Like I walk to the house and then I'm up there.
No distractions.
No distractions. That's why we're doing the podcast out here. I come out here and watch TV. And then when I'm done with, I'm tired of being in here. Then you
can retire back to the house.
Go to my house. How's that for you?
It's good for me because at the bottom of my stairs, I can just turn left and I walk into my office. But my office has two like glass French doors, so you can see through it. Yeah. But you can still shut the doors and have it privacy. So if the kids are home and I'm on a call, I have that privacy. It's not obviously away or separate from the house, but it's its own area. You know what I mean?
When you're done for the day, you just leave that there, and then you go out.
I mean, a lot of times, like, dude, I'm in there.
Is it like your hangout area too?
Yeah, because I have a couch in there, I have a TV in there. So, I mean, a lot of times I'll just have, Fox News. I mean, because my desk faces the window, so I don't face any TV. It's behind me.
It's like this, so you got your own space.
It would be behind me, and I would just have it, on in the background, just listen to it, and have a spin chair, and occasionally, like any place, you're gonna take a break, turn around, and look at it for 2 or 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, and then
well, that's good.
Yeah, it's
a workspace and your man space.
Yes, it is. But I do find myself towards the latter half of the week and over the weekend, I'm like, I can't be in there.
Yeah, I don't want to go in there.
I don't want to go in there. There's it's like Bo will start going in there, and that'll be his place to watch TV, and then I'll be in like the.
Yeah, it's like that here. Room. Sometimes I get tired of being out here, and I spend more time up at the house. But I think that, you know, I can't imagine people that are working from home that, you know, just like in the corner of their living room. You know,
I'd have to have,
because every time you look at it, at it, you're just like, work.
You have to have some sort of a door or like some. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. You have to be able to turn it off.
Yeah,
you know, got to be able to say no more. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, that's working from home is definitely it got real popular around the COVID time, and then now it's like everybody's.
Yeah, I don't think it's meant for everybody. Again, like I said, you and I kind of manage ourselves and our own workload.
Yeah.
Yes, we do support others, but
we know it needs to be done.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have people
we're not tasked with supporting or people reporting to us, so to speak.
Yeah.
On a day-to-day basis.
I prefer that. I like what I do.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Danny.
All right, big boy. Slim Jim, should I say?
Slim Jim. Well, I appreciate you coming out here.
Man.
Like I said,
I
really do like the Saturday mornings.
I do too.
I wish that we did more shows on Saturday.
Well, if we can get the other two on Saturday morning, I'll be more than happy to pick up Mike. Bring him up here. So let's get the spin on for the Christmas holiday.
All right. See ya.
All right, buddy.